Hey folks, I want to give you guys a little update on my clutch situation. So, you guys know I have this 78 Shovelhead chopper set up, 8-10 overs. Anyway, if you watch my other videos, you'll see it running and stuff. Anyway, so I got my Makuni carburetor on. I'll show you that. Oh, on the other side here in a little bit, and I had it running in neutral just fine, and tuned it up and everything, and then flipped it into first, and it lurched and died. So I went through a procedure of trying to adjust my cable, and that didn't really do anything. So, and there's the adjustment for my clutch cable. And then back in the back, oh, you can just see that arm right there. The arm right there coming up, and that's the clutch arm, control arm, and the cable attached to it. So I went through the adjustment process with my actuator screw, and that sits actually on the outside of this. I have this halfway disassembled. So I'm down to my last two plates and thought I'd make a video. So what I had done is gone through the adjustment procedures for adjusting the actual clutch actuator screw, and after several tests, of engaging into first and rocking the bike back and forth, I couldn't get it to release. It kept dragging, and it was just acting funny. And believe me, I went through all the different procedures for. There's really just one good one, and you can find them online on exactly how to do that. But so never being able to get it to disengage out of first gear is what my problem was. And no matter how much I slacked everything, it still didn't work. So I thought, I'm going to take this dry clutch system apart, and it is a dry clutch. So I took my cover off, which is laying there, and commenced to taking all my plates off. And so I compressed I used a double washer, and so I took my actuator's nut off, locking nut off, and then I put the two washers on, and you can see my actuator screw here in the middle, and screw that down to relieve tension from the springs, or put the springs under tension. And then once I did that, I started taking the plates off and cleaning them one by one, and discovered they were really sticky, wet and sticky. So I've really cleaned each one of these off really well. The friction plates and the clutch plates, spacer plates, I'm not too sure what exactly these are going to be called, but regardless, these are nice and dry and clean, and in pretty darn good shape and condition. So I'm going to leave those like they are. And I wanted to give you guys an example of how gummed up and sticky these are, and I really do believe that was the whole problem behind not being able to disengage out of first gear. So you see how this residue is on these friction plates. That couldn't be good. These are really supposed to be dry and clean, and they shouldn't be too slick. If they're too slick, they're either glazed, like a brake shoe. I think it's the same material. And you see that those glistening droplets of gummed up material. Yeah, that should not be like that. Otherwise, these plates are just they're gonna stick together, and these were actually stuck. This one was actually stuck to this one. So I'm in the process of cleaning these up. Once I get them all cleaned up, and I'm actually scuffing these up a little bit with some, I'm not sure what, with some 120 grit. Yeah, some 120 grit sandpaper a little bit. So I'm cleaning the friction pads after I clean the friction pads with this awesome contact cleaner. Man, I love this stuff. It's great. About $8 a can, but man, it's worth it. It's a dry solvent cleaner. Leaves no residue. So I'll wipe these clean, then I scuff them up a little bit with sandpaper and expose, you know, the new material, you know, below the finish, glazed looking finish. Anyway, so once I get the next set off, then I'm going to go ahead and clean out the entire clutch assembly basket. And then I'll reassemble everything in reverse of the way I put it on, and readjust my actuator screw, lock it down, adjust my cable, throttle cable, clutch cable, and lever, and give it a try and see if it disengages out of first. My first bet is that it will. This is also a bump start, which I really do love. Remember, this is not a cranking device. You don't want to crank on it very long. But so this will throw out, engage with this, and crank your primary. So it's just a bump, and man, it kicks off. You know, it kicks off in the first, right over top dead center, and really gets running super nice. So we'll see if I can't get this clutch situation resolved. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.